I wish him all the best, continued success. That Royal Rumble appearance was crazy. He's doing great business for TNA. I think it's inevitable that TNA is on the precipice of greatness. It's going on to do great things. I don't think Joe's the guy. I don't. I think he's wonderful. I think he's good. I don't think he's great. I am great.
I'm here with one of the biggest professional wrestlers out of the fine city of Chicago.
Physically.
Physically?
I'm jacked. No,
yeah. Mustafa Ali, you got to host. You're hosting now.
It was my first time. How'd I do?
Yeah, you did good.
Yeah.
You did good.
My greatest honor was walking off stage. Emily's like, "You killed that." I was like, "You're the one that was the movie star." But thank you. It was an honor.
What did you think of it? You're a professional wrestler. The movies and TV shows now are starting to catch onto this whole pro wrestling train. Glow came out, Heels came out. This is a different story in professional wrestling from a very different time with a lot more segregation, a lot more misogyny, a lot more sexism in wrestling. How did you feel that was portrayed? Because you were a guy that broke those boundaries in your own way as well.
Oh, I appreciate the compliment. But while I was being a host, one of the things that I commented on was I was just so impressed with the vast variety of stories that are available across the board with different characters. We talked those are victims of domestic abuse. People of color were featured in the film. Gorgeous George kind of tapped into like what the character meant at that point. Yeah. So it was just like, man, like all of these people could have their own movie about it. So to see one film kind of encompass and touch on anything, I thought was cool. Again, I'm talking about people weren't there, but as the host, I also comment on like having a girl dad moment about like, I saw this woman flex, and then the kids in the crowd, specifically the girls, they were like, "Yeah, that's our girl," and I was like, "Oh, I can relate to that because I've seen my daughter do that." So
I believe you just told me when your daughter comes to see wrestling shows that she doesn't like your matches. She prefers another match on the card.
Well, she loves my matches. She just thinks the girls are better. Okay? It's not that she doesn't like my match, My son absolutely loves everything about it. But yeah, she's at that age right now. She's like kind of not into it as much. But when she sees girls doing these amazing feats of athleticism and, getting better reactions from the guys' matches, yeah, it speaks to her, because she's at the stage now where she kind of understands like what it is, so she can appreciate a woman being given a spotlight and performing well. So, and I think as with any form of entertainment, whether where you're from or what you're into, like if someone you can identify with, you see them on screen, it just speaks to you. So, and I think that's what that movie does as well.
I gotta ask this: what do you think of the wrestling in the movie, the bell to bell?
Hey, you know what? I've seen some very questionable things, and I was with it because you have to remember, what I thought it did good was the nuance of the time that it was done in. You know what I mean? Like the snapmare was a devastating move there.
There's no Canadian destroyers in the 50s.
Canadian destroyers, and I'm guilty of throwing a few of my matches. There was no super kicks, nothing. And then when I know her as Camille, but when she tossed her over the top rope, and she took this horrific, like all of it was done well within the time frame it was. So I enjoyed the wrestling actually. No critique. Excellent job down at OVW putting this together.
Can I talk to you about your wrestling right now?
Sure.
You are one of the most talked about guys outside of one promotion. You're one of those guys. How does it feel to be still in the conversation, still moving headlines, doing it in TNA, doing it anywhere you can?
Yeah, so this year just started, but PWA came out with their PWA Top 500, and it was cool to see that was number 19, and a friend of mine actually pointed it out. He said, "Do you realize in the top 20, you're one of the top 20 wrestlers in the world, but you're the only one in the top 20 that wasn't under contract." Yeah, so
this is the free agent.
Yeah,
Matt Cardona calls himself the agent, but
I think I beat him for Independent Wrestler of the Year too. I don't know, no shots at Matt, love Matt, but I kind of just outdid him.
Matt, he said it. I didn't say it.
No, all hail to the indie god, me. Anyways, no, it's just a testament of like betting on yourself, reinventing yourself, putting your money where your mouth is, whatnot. And I feel like I've done that, but there's still work to be done, right? Like that was last year. I'm already focused on this year. Very, very proud of the partnership that I've been able to do with TNA. I'm going to be with them, and I'm putting all my chips on this, and I'm very excited about their partnership with NXT and what that could mean for their locker room and vice versa, right? So what a wild time for pro wrestling, but my message to anyone out there is simply this: like, you have to bet on yourself. You just have to. So when I found out that I was no longer working with WWE, there was like immediate planning, like, okay, what can I do in 90 days? How do I launch this thing? And I think I came away better than the position I was in before, right? So I'm a testament to like the industry is vibrant, it is growing, there's money to be made, you just gotta hustle for it. And
you were recently in Qatar.
Yeah.
You're a world traveled man. You represent a lot of different spots on the map.
Yeah.
Earlier this morning, I spoke to a certain guy you may know by the name of Joe Hendry, the TNA world champion,
My man.
who says he will take on anyone from anywhere.
Oh.
Do you still have aspirations for that championship?
I don't want to say his name because then he's gonna pop up over here and sing some annoying song that like 5-year-olds rhyme with. You know, like I appreciate Joe. I get what he's doing, but man, I'm tired of the concerts. Yeah, that's me taking a shot at Joe Hendry. But I've said his name like 3 times. He hasn't appeared, so liar. Joe is on top of the world right now. I wish him all the best, continued success. That Royal Rumble appearance was crazy. He's doing great business for TNA. I think it's inevitable that TNA is on the precipice of greatness. It's going on to do great things. I don't think Joe's the guy. I don't. I think he's wonderful. I think he's good. I don't think he's great. I am great. So it is inevitable that the weight of the TNA World Heavyweight Championship is going to be a little bit too much for his shoulders. I know. What does he say? He's 255 pounds.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He can't lift that belt. He can't take TNA to new heights, and I'm the guy that's going to do it.
I'm processing what you just said there.
It's a lot.
But you've gotten into the business of crafting the next generation of professional wrestlers. You just opened an incredible facility.
Thank you.
I know people in independent wrestling in Chicago, they're talking about it. Maybe just let people out there outside of the general non-312-773 know what's going on here.
Yeah, ChicagoWrestlingCenter.com. All the infos are there. Our initial class sold out in a few weeks. We have announced a May class. We have 2 or 3 spots left on that, so that's going to sell out. By the time you see this, it's probably sold out. I don't know when this is going on. But yeah, it's this, not to take a shot at anybody or to dismiss what anyone else is doing. I just wanted a place that provided the best of everything, a one-stop shop, weightlifting, chiropractic care, sauna, and then obviously this extensive in-ring training with one of the best in the world. I have no qualm saying that. I've benefited from time in WWE, TNA, New Japan, and like you just mentioned, like traveling all over the world. Like this year alone, I did Mexico, Berlin, Qatar, and now I'm back. Are we in February right now?
You read a song about doing all that.
Yeah. It's like no one's ever done that before, right? No one's done that before.
Well, if they want to follow you online, what are the real accounts they go to? Because everyone has the fan accounts and different things.
Here's my thing, man. Just look up Mustafa Ali and you'll find a verified.
Okay.
I don't even know what I think it's Mustafa Ali _X maybe is on Twitter, and then maybe just Mustafa Ali on IG. I don't know. Find me, bro. You'll find me.
All right. Thank you so much,
man.
man.
I appreciate you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Incredible, buddy.